And there it is. Final game draft has just begun. Khan versus OGC. This game will decide who is crying in a pool of their own tears, realizing that they're in debt. They can't afford all of the loans they took on presents for Christmas this year, and who has a chance to still make some money. And Khan, 50% win rate for them this series, the Tiny. And OGC straight in with the Gyro Lich again.
That was an incredibly dark segue to who was going to win
Hey,
or not
the
win.
tier 2 and tier 3 scene in Dota is vicious. It's hard to make a living, okay?
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. And that's the whole point of this OGC team, is to enable these tier 3 players, tier 2 players to make it to the higher level, especially with No Tail standing in for them here. Captaining job was clearly better that game than it was previous game of the series. I actually was not leaning back there.
Oh, okay. That's a bit
Not
weird.
exactly sure why I sound like I'm in the toilet again or something.
It sounds a bit better now. It might just be, you know what it is? You're getting too relaxed. You're getting a little bit fatigued like Khan are. You know, they've played 5 games already today. You've cast 5 games already.
Yeah.
You're a panelist. You're not used to this overwhelming load.
The online grind, man.
Yeah.
It's just run it back, you know. Game ends, go again. Usually for tournaments, you have like a pretty long break between games, but with these, they just rapid fire it out, except for the between game 1 and 2. There was that 10-15 minute break. But looks like pretty much a repeat of the draft so far. The Wyvern replaced, what did they have last game?
That Disruptor, right?
Disruptor, yeah. Otherwise, the picks and bans from OG Seed are the exact same. But this time around, they got rid of the Phoenix. They clearly had issues with that third pick Phoenix.
What was the
last game?
And it makes sense. They haven't addressed it by picking this Tiny again. Although, as we saw in game 2, they did run it in the 4 role. They're leaving themselves open to the potential to run Tiny carry again, or carry from mid, rather. So, the question is, what does OG Seed want to do to answer this? Because that is now a potential threat, and as we mentioned in the draft last time, having that Phoenix, it was this buffer to the idea of Tiny being a carry for Khan.
Yeah, it definitely was a deterrent there. They seem to, I think they're already prioritizing that deterrent with the Lich Gyro. Just a lot of mid-game presence. It's actually a lot of mid-game damage against a core Tiny. Literally the exact same draft from OG Seed so far as last game. Same bans, same 2 picks. Obviously, there's not going to be a Phoenix this game. But in the past, I think Gyro's been picked a lot against Wyvern. So it's kind of interesting that they went for the Wyvern against the Gyro, just because most right-clicking cores have no way to deal damage through the Cold Embrace. But obviously, Gyro has quite a lot of magic damage to dump into the Cold Embrace.
Yeah, and there hasn't been that big wham factor when it comes to Winter's Curse either, right? It's not like the side OGC picked the Tiny or the Ursa. Gyrocopter for a long period of the game doesn't rely on his physical damage that could kill his own supports. It's that magical damage which won't come into factor. And the Earth Spirit for OG this time.
Yeah, we saw it for Khan game 1, and it did win. So looked pretty good so far from what we've seen from it. Goes pretty well with Lich. You throw the Frost Armor out on him in the laning stage. You can be a roaming duo. Throw the Frost Armor on him. He rolls in, catches whoever he's rolling on, and they're slowed consistently, and a pretty good amount of damage to follow it up.
Very good Spirit Vessel game already as well, right? With the Wyvern and the Tiny, so you get value in the Spirit from that, as Earth Spirit is a natural Spirit Vessel builder.
This is true.
I'm trying to think. I feel like they need some sort of catch in the support, right? Like, you could run the Tiny support. Yumish had a great start. He got a good time on that Blink Dagger, but that's like in a vacuum. You're not often going to get that situation. Especially if an Earth Spirit is kind of matching you move for move on the map as a Tiny 4.
I think they more so need to think about what they're doing for the lane setup. They're representing a potential tri-lane on OG Seed, and you can't really afford to just throw your offlaner to the wolves. So maybe you consider aggro tri-laning into it. Maybe you consider cutting creeps at the start. You have to think of some way to enable your offlaner to not just get kind of destroyed. And so they immediately queue up the Pangolier. Is this the same team that did the Javelin?
Yep.
Okay.
Yamish Pangolin.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. I just want to make sure. Peculiar pick, I would say. Most likely 4 positions. So most likely that means that the tiny is either 3, 2, or 1. Probably a 2, based on what they did last time.
Yeah. It's a bit of a conundrum, though. I find that the Pangolier, the games they pulled it out in where it worked, there weren't these carries with kind of early lane presence. Well, Gyrocopter, if you swashbuckling on him, whether it's level 1 or level 3, he's going to hit Rocket Barrage, put a missile in your face, and kill you. Because Pangolier's stats at the start of the game is terrible. And his stat gain actually is not even that impressive, to be honest with you.
I think his agi gain is actually pretty high, but his strength gain is not.
Yeah, I think his agi gain's like 3.2, I want to say.
Yeah, wow. That is exactly what it is.
Damn, I'm good. But strength is, I was going to say 2.2. I think it's a little bit higher than that, though.
2.5, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, the problem with that hero isn't as much his gains, but the fact that his starting stats are actually
his
terrible.
starting stats are his gains don't make up for the starting stats. Yeah, exactly.
So, is there something that they could actually use to just screw over Pangolier? I don't think you've got room in OGC's draft for something like a Grimstroke, obviously. Puck's already banned out as well. I guess you're not that worried, actually, because you have the Earth Spirit with the Silence anyway to screw over Pango, and they go for the Ogre Magi. Hello. Someone wants to test their new Arcana.
Ogre?
It might be.
It looks like a core ogre. They have Lich Earth Spirit.
Bully Tiny on the lane as well.
Haven't seen that in a long time.
Yeah, I think what was it? It's been picked a little bit for the last ESL 1. I think TNC were running it a lot. I don't think they ran it at the one East.
This is actually the best Lifestealer game in history.
In history? Are you sure you want to go with that?
In the history of you and I casting together.
That you know what? That is true. You've hit it out of the park on that one. It's a small sample group, but yes, this could be an okay Lifestealer game. I say okay because I'm reluctant with the new Lifestealer to ever say it's a great Lifestealer game. It's usually something around it that makes it a good Lifestealer game. As we said, it's a good counter, or you have some other hero on its lineup that is buffing it up substantially. There we go.
Oh yeah.
Got
good stuff. I just accidentally DC'd. I don't know how that happened actually.
You were so blown away by your
my
call.
computer was just so excited about that pick that it just DC'd.
Fire, I'm getting out of this lobby before he nerdgasms too hard.
Yeah.
But shoot.
I mean, last patch, Lifestealer was one of the best carries against the Ogre Magi offlane. So that's why it came to mind here. And then all they have is magic damage between the first 3 heroes. So kind of just handed that one on a silver platter. They also have banned out the Ursa and the Slark. So a lot of good heroes against the Lifestealer are out of the pool. Surprisingly, they picked Lifestealer this game, but not against the Phoenix last game. Don't really understand that, but hey, that's life.
It doesn't feel like it's as good against the Ogres as it was though, right? Because the difference here with the latest patch is they decided a bunch of heroes need to start fabricating stuff. So like Medusa, she fabricates mana instead of stealing it. Lifestealer doesn't even make sense for his name anymore because he doesn't steal life, he just fabricates it. So a beefy hero like Ogre with a lot of armor can kind of just sustain itself on the lane naturally, right?
Yeah, we're going to find that out, actually. I don't know how the lane matchup would go nowadays. I think it would be favored for Lifestealer if he has kill potential on you. Like, if his supports will come to his lane, potentially. I can't really imagine Ogre doing enough damage to harass you. The thing about Lifestealer is he does have way more sustain than he used to because he just attacks so fast. So...
yeah. I think the interesting part is that you can always just TP away from them, though. Just realize this. Lifestealer no stuns, Wyvern no stuns until 6, Pangolier no stuns until 6.
That is very true.
So
I like the Razorbat. Pretty much one of the few heroes in the game that just single-handedly ruins Lifestealer's ability to play Dota.
he ruins all these heroes as well. Like Tiny, you can toss him away maybe. Pangolier can never swashbuckle him because he immediately just gets static linked as well. At least in the early game. Maybe this will support the final pick.
10 seconds remaining.
I mean, this could just end up being a real Pango, a free Pango.
5 seconds remaining.
And then we end up with a Tiny support again. This will reveal all. Not much reserve time to work with either.
Dire team pick.
Okay, that doesn't actually tell you much. Because this could still be a free Venge, free Pango. They've kept
So
their
it
cards
does
close.
tell you it's pretty much almost certainly a 2 Tiny, right? That is what it tells you.
Yeah, that should be the most likely thing here. Unless we're going to see something like Pangolier mid, which you don't really see anymore. Alright, so Morphling's going to be the final pick, and it is going to be Chessie mid on that Gyrocopter. Matching up against the Tiny. But I will say that this is the preferred way I like to see the Lifestealer. You remember I mentioned earlier, I want to see something that buffs it up. This is a good Desolator game. And then you have the Vengeful Spirit who can just add more minus armor to the equation.
And you have the Pangolier.
You do. Who's going to disarm this poor Gyrocopter and make him sad. Maybe the same for
You
Morphling.
know the disarm does minus armor, right?
Yeah. Well, it removes... It's based on your natural armor, was it? If I remember correctly.
No, it used to be. They made
that's
it
right,
so
yeah, they
it's a
changed
flat-
it.
It's a flat number now, so it's just 2, 3, 4, 5.
That's right, because like they went through phases. Originally, it was
Oh
all
no,
the
sorry,
natural.
3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, because originally it was all the natural armor. They're like, actually, this is potentially a little bit broken late game, but then never got to late enough games. Then they changed it to be a silenced disarm, which obviously was one of the stupidest things you could do. And then they fixed it and said only a disarm, and then minus armor.
Exactly. So it is going to be a mid gyro. It is going to be an offlane Pangolier, so 3 position, and it's going to be a mid Tiny. So not really sure what to expect from this game. I'm not even going to bother predicting this one. I think that both teams have a lot of mid game. I think both teams have like win conditions that are clearly in place. I think Morphling could take over this game, but I also think that Khan, if they manage to catch him with a stun, he will just die almost instantly. But most of their until the Tiny blink, they can't really do that. So both teams have like clear cut windows. Morphling before the Tiny blink, and then once Tiny gets the blink, they just have to be really they whoever gets the jump on the other at the start of fights is basically gonna blow up whoever they find. There's a lot of damage coming out from both sides.
Proactivity over reactivity. It's always been the best way to play Dota. Basically, is the most simpler form we always use is play to win instead of playing to live or survive. And as you
Well
said,
said, sir. Well said.
hey, some people say play to win is a cheesy statement, but it's a fair one. To Kyle's credit, it's a good thing to yell.
Would you say it's a good thing to do, baby?
Oh yes, baby. Oh yes. Hey, let's be honest here. With all the survival games out, DayZ, Rust, all this crap, it's very easy for gamers to think that surviving is the only way to thrive these days.
That's true.
Well, this is a clash between EU and CIS, and at least one of those regions has a long history of bloodbaths. And one of these teams, even though it's the seed version, has a history of just running at people and just overwhelming them early. So hopefully,
They're putting the gyro on the side lane, despite having Madara playing the Morphling. It is going mid.
I think it makes sense because you can actually utilize the gyro that way. Whereas if you're against a Tiny, what do you really ever do to him? Home missile him and farm?
Yeah, throw some homing missiles at him, right click him for 48 damage.
I'm sure he'll totally feel that once he's built 2 braces.
The battle begins.
See how the runes are going to go. Oh, he yoinked that. Cheshire Cat actually got it. And by the way, that's someone did kind of skip over this. Is actually going to be a Pangolier core. And he has starting items. Look at this. Tangos, a salve, branches. He actually wants to live.
Shenanigans?
All right, you say shenanigans again. We're gonna have to pistol whip you.
Looks like they're just going to block the creeps into his tower so that the first wave will then push away from Cheshire Cat's tower. He will get the level 2 most likely unless they manage to deny a creep. I like this rocket usage. It's going to make it so it's really hard for him to get the last hits because of, yep, there you go. Good deny. That ensures that he won't get level 2. It just takes 1 deny. And now the lane's going to be pushed out, and their goal is to just have the supports sit in front of the wave as Chessie farms. I'm pretty sure that's what they're going to do here.
A good strategy against this hero. I mentioned his stats early on are pathetic, so it's hard for him to CS anyway. And Pangolier is not a hero that does well without levels. You can't really
having
farm
a clear-cut way to know how you're going to play the level 1 of a lane is really important. They had a very clear game plan here.
On the top, Ogre doesn't suffer too much because he can actually stay in the creeps, take a little bit of harassment, has 60 base damage to the Quillen Blade anyway. And he even gets the deny. Thank you very much.
The open wounds on Lifestealer against Ogre. I don't know. I mean, I guess you have 3 heroes here, so you're looking to kill, but you have Wyvern and Venge, 2 very low damage supports. So open wounds usually is only valuable if somebody else on your team is going to deal the damage. So to me, that's a very peculiar level up because now you just have no mana on Lifestealer.
Yeah, it feels like in general, Khan's level 1 is weak across the board. Like, there's no lane that feels good at the start here. Unless you have 2, it's not too bad because you have a stun to work with, got slows. But as we've seen, Pangolier is the one who's really struggling a little bit because of this.
Mid lane seems to be going well for Khan.
Yep. Harassment back and forth for the most, but Madara making sure that he gets a little bit better with the poking and prodding, which isn't easy against a tanky hero like Tiny. Also get a little bit less value out of the salves because your health pool is so big anyway. Able to heal up to full. And Yamiche did snipe out a courier. This is something we've seen from Wyverns a lot with that Arctic Burn. It's very easy to snipe couriers. However, it's very easy to die when you overestimate your ability to do things, as he does give the first blood. Like that little yoink from No Tail. I'm a TI winner. I need this gold. I deserve this gold.
That's the lane tax, man. He secured the Gyro's lane at the very start. You say, hey,
nothing's free.
Established dominance. Yeah, exactly.
Capitalism at its finest.
You only get this because I want you to get this. That's what he's trying to say.
Do you want to be paid at the end of the month? Because we're paying you. Jesse's like, okay, just take it, please. Let's take away our paycheck.
Oh, God, please.
God, the tier 3 scene. It's a horror show. Have you not seen this series so far? We need money.
This is some pretty dark humor you got here. I was not aware of this.
Hey, for better or worse, it's here to stay. G-Bay does not want to stay. He wants to leave. He doesn't have the mana for a TP, though. This was a slight miscalculation on his behalf. However, Z-Freak is here to save the day. Goodbye.
Oh, the kick!
Only level 1, but it does the deal.
That was sick. That was a sick kick. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. I know. Also, what's the... I hope there's no problem with this dark humor. You are the guy that came up with the idea of the dead lane.
No, I don't have a problem. I'm just was unaware, you know? Unawares. He does go down on Z-Freak.
Oh. Okay. Turns out it's working.
This Orb of Venom Lifestealer, man, it actually does a lot of damage. That combined with the Wave of Terror.
I think you should just be like playing around harder on the Pangolier, right? Just try and equal this out. And the Ogre is going to naturally have a better place in the team than the Pangolier if both of them XP stuff, because you can just bloodlust other people, right? Whereas the Pango has to have something to work with. Arrow in the mid lane has no health to work with, as he does go down to the rotation from the OG supports.
Yeah, the very good roaming duo as we talked about. Just the Frost Armor on top of the Rolling Earth Spirit. Does have the Arcane Rune as well on Lich, so he's looking to make some more happen right away. Pangolier is a pretty tough kill, though. As you said, he does need to get a good start, but...
Easy to escape for him.
Yeah, it's pretty reliable that as long as he plays his positioning and is careful about his swashbuckle usage, he should be okay. Top lane, though, this Ogre...
Yeah, just TP.
Even if he lives here, he just TP'd the base as an Ogre.
Grabs a win late straight away. It's fine. It's level 2 Bloodlust, guys. I can get there in reasonable time. Cheshire Cat is even on the XP. He's not really suffering as much anymore since they broke up that tri-lane so early. I think the way that they kind of make this work is making sure the Tiny gets shut down, right? As you said, the Earth Spirit plus Lich combo to rotate. My only concern is your mid is a Morphling. It's not really a hero known for his activity after the laning phase.
Yeah, for sure. He more so translates that into maybe some tower pressure, but more so just farming to get his next item.
This is kind of why it started to fall out of favor in the mid lane, is that you want these active mids that, whether they win or lose, they exploit the outer lanes, should we say, to either recover or push their advantage. Fisher Cat pushed far, far away. That's got the swashbuckle, but that is not the way you have an escape plan. Nice rolling by Z-Freak. Will allow him to secure the kill. I mean, I know he's cut off, but I don't think you have better survival chances by making that move compared to going towards tower.
Yeah, he's probably dead either way. Make him chase you out of their way, maybe. Maybe is what he was going for.
Yeah. Maybe it's different if Yumish has 3 and he's gone for like the 1-1-1 build because he might be able to save you with Cold Embrace, but it's still a Gyrocopter at level 5 now. Almost 6. At which point, I'm pretty sure you die the moment you swashbuckle in this lane. There it is. Got cooldown now. They are so underleveled compared to the Gyro. In fact, he is top of the XP alongside Madara right now. Speaking of which, Madara just became tiny. Dive in the tower. Fisherman's the target. Waveform through should allow him to run through and kill the Venge. An arrow. Can't find a kill on a no-tail. It's being slowed by the Orb of Venom. Madara's going to come back across. That's got the toss. Only 1 point, though. Snipe the courier. And a little bit of toss back and forth going on. Madara will get it with the adaptive strike. That's a double kill for the Morphling.
I thoroughly enjoyed that series of events. You know, the random courier snipe in the middle of that, and then the toss into toss action.
No. Just the mids tossing each other, really. It's more of a violent relationship, this one, though, as Madara is now 2-0-1, and this Tiny, it's not looking like the one we saw in game 1.
Yeah, they were clearly ready for this. I think they kind of just didn't give it credit for potentially being a core in the first game. And so it was just a really good core Tiny game. But this time around, since Tiny naturally tanks up to physical damage with his ult, they have a lot of mid-game magic damage to bring him down and threaten him.
Yeah, and if Z-Freak continues this sort of aggression, this tempo, he'll have a quick time on a Spirit Vessel. And then if you force a Tiny into an early BKB, the hero does feel kind of underwhelming, I must say. He doesn't usually want to build into it because he has all that health and armor. I wonder if there's actually, like, is there really room for it as well? Because he's going drums, then he'll go to the blink. It feels just so awkward to build into a BKB with the current Tiny builds. Another Courier going down, as Cheshire Cat's one is found. He does have 6 now and has picked up his Javelin, so it's a bit harder to kill the Pangolier. But not impossible. Never say never. Z-Freak has wrapped around the back.
Bieber said one time?
He seems like the kind of guy that would say a lot. You know, he's a back and forth guy. 1 week he's positive, 1 week he's negative. He's like both ends of a battery.
I understand my pop culture references, you know?
Sorry, I listen to good music.
Man.
I mean, that comment will definitely be relevant for like 10-year-old pop girls who have pictures.
Isn't that your desired audience?
Desired is the wrong word. Desired is the really wrong word.
What's the right word?
It's avoided audience.
Oh, avoided audience.
You want people who are old enough to build a like to make a Twitch and Twitter account, buddy. That's...
We're trying to get new players in the Dota scene. With your attitude, I don't see how that's ever gonna happen.
I think targeting 10-year-old Pegas is not good step 1.
Okay, noted.
Getting a tutorial that works is step 1.
No, back to the game, man. I'm trying to have a serious conversation about the game.
Oh, I can see that. I can see that. You were making me buy some time so you could come up with your next point about how this Tiny is gonna struggle a lot more this game, right?
Yeah, I mean he is more so actually doing pretty well. He's level 8 in the jungle. Yeah, Morphling is ahead in the mid lane with level 9. Looks like they're trying to make a rotation on the bottom outpost. As opposed to last game, I hope they don't go 4 for 0 or 0 for 4. That was pretty much a nightmare. They do get the stun.
Oh no! Oh, the stun stops Pangolier. Chessie, he needs.
Toss your Pango. Oh
nope,
my gosh!
Doesn't get it. Chessie sidestepping him as well. The Master Missile will come out. They will still get the kill. There is vengeance potentially
Will they get
coming.
Double outpost. Lifestealer got top outpost.
Oh no! Morphling's coming. This is way too late. Roll in. Just short though. Couldn't stop him. Got a smash for under 2. Fishman is being ignored. They go for the kill on the Cheshire Cat instead. We'll find him. Arrow is already out, and it looks like Fishman will escape too. Critical mistake. G-Bait, he can't do anything. It's level 8 to level 6. This lifesteal has dumpstered him on the lane.
You should definitely just infest his catapult and hit the tower with it while he heals. If he had gotten multicasted there, he might have died.
True. RNG is not on G-Bait's side though. I'm glad he figured out he was buying 2 soul rings there. It looks like we'll be the phase boots on the ogre. Then maybe you can do something. Get decent stat gain. You hit for a decent amount. And the bloodlust.
Get up the Midas earlier.
That's
such
ambitious.
a hard item to get. It's so hard to get to that item. I think that's more so why Ogre got fallen out of favor. You see there that he's kind of just a liability to his team. I don't really understand why they picked offlane Ogre. I'm just going to be honest with you. Very weird hero to pick in the current meta.
Especially if you know you're going to play your supports off the lane and try and rotate early. You should choose something that self-sustains and can recover. Yeah,
exactly.
That's the thing. It's okay if you're going to throw someone under the bus. Just make sure there's a paramedic in the neighborhood. This is the equivocal of going for a desert being ran over by a bus. There's no one here to help you. And it doesn't get any easier either. You know, maybe when you get the level 10 GPM talent, you could buy an item. And it's Curse.
Oh, Winter's Curse bought him. He's just going to die.
No, he's not.
Oh, he didn't throw out the Splinter Blast. Wait, what?
Alright, they glyphed. They got him.
Oh, they glyphed.
Yeah, he went for a casual walkout. Zach did have the wrong boulder, but he didn't try and escape into the tree line immediately, so the glyph got him.
Okay, that's pretty funny, actually. That's like the 3rd or 4th time I've ever seen the glyph get the kill because they made sure the guy took a tower shot because of it.
Yeah, it's definitely
Very
something that people don't calculate for.
Yeah.
Things coming
We're
out.
gonna try to kill Lifestealer here.
Are they going to kill him, though, is the real question. They have got the Sinister Gaze. He's getting low. He's holding on to that rage and still has the armlet. Still just run No Tail down instead. Nice stun through, but the Raw Botter doing a lot. Raw Thunderruff doing a lot more work. Z-Freak stay close to the buildings, but it's not working. Trying to get out with the Infest Bomb. Just don't have time to get away. However, he's going to have to bomb out and fight. He doesn't have a choice. Cheshire Cat is out of mana. And soon he's out of life. Roll through is good. He's going to go down. They do kill Z-Freak on the exit, but Lifestealer, he's like, just casually ignore it. Just kill Chessie instead, who is out of mana. Jibe does have the stun. Does get the multicast. And finally, they get some vengeance Lifestealer after a brutal laning stage for Ogre.
He does have the phase boots now. And he probably will queue up the Midas next on the Ogre.
Rubbing his hands together. He's like, please. Your boy Ogre needs some cheddar.
Lifestealer, or not Lifestealer, Morphling's almost got the Lincolns already. So, I mean, yeah, he's 1,700 gold off, but I don't really see him dying in the near future. So he's feeling pretty good about himself. Number 1 on the net worth charts by a pretty decent margin, especially considering that other than that death, Lifestealer was pretty much free farming.
Not too surprising either, right? Like, he's been the only one consistently farming while everyone else rotates around him. Well, there's smoke. They're pinging mid. Arrow has no protection as the tier 1 tower's already gone. Frost Armor just clipping long enough. The Fire Blast does connect, and the boulder smash through should secure his death. The toss away won't change that outcome, as Chessie does get the kill.
Yep, a lot of mid-game magical damage, and they left that Tiny as a core. Kind of surprising, but clearly OG Seed was prepared this time around, not allowing the Tiny to have nearly the impact, as you said, it had in Game 1.
I mean, it's making a big impact when it hits the ground dead, being made of rock, but that's about it. And this Morphling, it's just cruise mode. It's full cruise mode. And if you can't address OG when they're as 4 right now, this is going to get scary in the next 10 minutes.
He took the 12 agility talent on Morphling. That's fascinating. Long time since I've seen that.
Farm quicker, I guess.
Yeah, I wonder if he'll take the 40 attack speed. I think people are kind of leaning away from relying on Morph, the actual ability Morph.
You just want to burst down a target immediately and then be able to flip a second kill before you're forced to hit the strength button. And right now, he looking strong on the right click. Tier 2 goes down. He might apply some pressure on the tier 3 to force them back to base. The time is running out for him. It will be harder soon because Pangolier, he's heading for the Spirit Vessel and he's almost there. How's that Spirit Vessel looking with Zach? Z-Freak, that's got 1,000 gold saved up, so they're similar in timing. It's just one of them has farm priority, the other doesn't.
Well, that's super value. Chessie just got a ring of a kilo on Gyrocopter.
Oh,
Definitely like the best neutral item for Gyrocopter to give.
and then, you know what the dream is? If you're in tier 3, you get your hands on an Orbit Destruction as well. You feel pretty good.
They do see this tiny with these Ward Sentry combo. They catch
That's
him
the
with
case.
the Lich.
Winner's Curse, rolling. Zach is helping his teammate right now. Avalanche, swap will get him out. Just in time, the Chain Frost will bounce around a bit. We'll stop pretty abruptly. No tail moves away in time, though. Swashbuckle through. They got the Roll of Thunder. They're going to try and go for it, but there's the Avalanche toss in from Madara. Now the cooldown coming through. Vengeance already dead as well. Arrow has to retreat to the high ground. Yes, they get a kill on a no-tail, but it cost them 2, and that was their initiation, as OG just wanted to retreat. You can kind of feel this desperation about making plays, right? When they jump out that quickly. I think it'd be cut and dry, but as easy as they'd hoped.
Surprisingly, this Ogre's recovering much better than I thought he would. Meanwhile, the Pangolier is not doing so hot.
No, he almost has
both
Spirit
heroes
Vessel.
having. Yeah, I thought they would both like. I thought the Pangolier would recover better, but the Ogre's gotten 2 pretty big kills, or not 2. He's had 1 pretty big kill, but then he's been a part of 2 or 3 big kills.
He might have a pretty big death. Hana hunting. They're looking the wrong way, though. They're heading towards the Morphling. Not an easy
I
kill.
don't think this Morph is dying. You know, he has the Pupil's Gift on top of the double Wraith Band wand and a Lincoln's.
The only way this gets better is if he found the Ironwood tree. Mid, jump in. They see the Ogre. They say, screw your recovery.
That's before his Midas too, so kind of a big kill there.
And they should get a big tower. The tier 1 here has been begging for death for a while. Will finally oblige it.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
I think Horatio has to be careful here. Like, if he gets too close, Morphling could just kill him with right clicks alone, right?
Middle tower is under attack.
For sure.
Are fortified.
He might be
There's
baiting
a Van
himself.
Brace on the Radiant side. Oh, bottom.
Star, Lincoln's been popped. He needs to get out right now. Trying to move away. Oh, fun to come through. Chain Frost to bounce around a little. Nice waveform dodge, though. Swap in. Winner's Curse has been thrown. They stacked it a little bit here. They might be able to get no tail, but Madara, he's fully strengthed up. It's a hard kill. Turns into the Pangolier and swashbuckles away, but there's the Avalanche toss follow-up. Madara, they renew the Spirit Vessel. Pushing away the Tiny. Ogre is coming to assist, but can he actually do anything here? Bloodlust and run. I don't... Oh, no, he hasn't used the Midas. Sheebit, run. Z-Freak.
Midas!
Z-Freak, is he body blocking?
This is a travesty!
I don't know what that was from Z-Freak. It looked like he body blocked him for a moment. Shibe still has
Go
not
use
Midas.
Your Midas, man.
Come the hell on. Well, Chessie has taken tier 1 top in the meantime. Arrow has rotated. Uh-oh.
Trembling right now.
Chessie's like, please, I just want to leave. Just get the hell off me. Goes for the TP out. And the tree will not be enough to kill him. He makes it. Him on the bot lane. Duraccio does TP away successfully. However, Yamish got left behind. Your drums Wyvern is no more. Bang the drum of death.
Midas, damn it.
Finally! You know what it was? Shibe thought the Ogre had special treatment, and he was just using the Midas on heroes. He's like, oh, it doesn't work like that. Just a misunderstanding. Maybe if you buy the new Arcana.
That's the plan. That's the play for sure.
Hey, you know, if they make it through the group stage, he's in with a chance of having the money to buy it. Because his Ogre does look a little bit naked right now.
Ooh, the Nether Shawl. That's actually super value for Morphling. He's got 28 armor, so he doesn't mind losing 3 armor. But the 20% magic resistance, that's value.
And the pass off as well, right? When he doesn't have the slots anymore, it's really good on the Earth Spirit. All in all,
This is true.
good item.
Are scanning.
Z-Freak. Speaking of Earth Spirit, a recurring theme for poor Zach this game, as he just keeps finding himself in the wrong neighborhood. Horatio needs to respect the damage of Madara. No Linkers for 5. I think this Winner's Curse was jumping the gun a little, though. Waveform away. See you, Cheshire Cat. He's trying to get back in the fight, but it may be too little too late. Dara will just swashbuckle away. Horatio is still chasing. Ghost Scepter will protect him. They're spending a lot of time on this. Now the backstab coming in. No Tail pays the price, though. Just trying to distract him so they can get Madara out. eBay will escape as well. Needs to, because Midas is coming off cooldown. But there's nothing to Midas again! What is going on?
This is what you hate to see.
I hate it. This Midas efficiency right now. This is, you know, if I could take that Midas, I would invert it horizontally so it's thumbs down. This efficiency is terrible. Khan, however, are efficient Roche takers. With the Deso.
3x.
Oh, God. Did he get how much gold? Oh, okay, he almost has the Vlads. This could be big for his team, however, can't get something bigger. They rip the heart out of Roshan, and they walk around with an unkillable lifestealer. How those dark pictures I'm painting going for you? Does this look a little bit dark for OGC? Or are you still feeling confident in the Morphling?
He does have the gyro to back him up, and gyro has a BKB coming out, I think. Yeah, he does. I'm a bit weary that they just get outscaled because Morphling is just gonna have to morph defensively in a lot of these fights. They do have a lot of damage to threaten him immediately if he does get caught at the start. So I said this at the start of the draft, and it's really gonna boil down to who gets the initiation. If they start with like an Earth Spirit roll with like a Morphling waveform follow up and like burst down the Wyvern, I think that's gonna mean that
OGC could easily take this game if fights can be played like that. But if positioning by Khan is good, I'm definitely fearful for OG's chances here.
We'll have to take some time to reflect, work out the strategy. There is a concern when you consider the fact that Khan are the ones with BKB piercing stuns, right? Like you got the Witness Curse, you could swap people to get them out of position. And when you look on the other side, OG have neither that or a hero that's likely to build an Abyssal this game. So that magic immunity factor is going to be looming over OGC at all times. Especially if Tiny does go for the BKB this game. Yeah, he's got it queued up off the Sanj. Yasha, Sanj, Fan Brace, and then BKB, and suddenly Tiny is unkillable. Question is whether he can still kill people at that stage, though. Not set up around top. Smoked by OG. Garacho did not see a thing. Ango is going deep, trying to spot someone out. But he won't. This is a wide wraparound. I don't think OG necessarily can fight with this right now. Are they trying to force someone back and then find someone on the retreat? It feels that way.
Yeah, I mean, they're not applying any pressure, so if Khan's smart, they just won't respond to this bottom lane unless Morphling actually walks to that tier 3 and starts hitting it.
Let's back up. It was a smoke to go Midas. And as a result,
like
Shibe now has the Vlads. Anything to improve his efficiency this game.
That's the most worth smoke in the history of smokes.
Definitely the most smoke-worthy smoke of this game so far. Z-Freak has he got the gold? Has he done it? He has the recipe. The Spirit Vessel has been completed for OG. They can kill the Tiny. It's a miracle. The late Christmas present. But they are reluctant. This lifestealer, he packs a punch. This isn't your lifestealers of old where they just exist and farm. These ones hit hard. He has the second life as well. Done out. Trying to shotgun through him quickly enough. They can't. It's close though. But a squeaky bum time moment for Draccio as he backs up.
Yeah, the Lifestealer Morphling dynamic is just not nearly as good for Morphling as it used to be, because you used to turn into Lifestealer and get the Rage with attack speed, but now Rage just gives movement speed.
Oh, they got him this time though. Lifestealer split from his team as well. I expect this to be a disengage, however they're hanging around. Linkers have been popped. Madara rages up and looks to fight, but so is Draccio. Now the wrong final through. Cheshire Cat on point to snipe out Nosetail, and Shibe, he's next on the chopping block. They'll run him down and catch him out. Roll in. Z-Freak, he's committed. The buyback comes out from Nosetail. The cooldown as well. They're trying to catch him on the retreat. Cheshire Cat trying to get up. The Spirit Vessel is on him. He has got the swashbuckle. Witness Curse going to come in. Chessie is controlled up. Yumish will TP, but there's the Sister Gaze. Nosetail, he side-stops the ultimate and ensures that they at least catch the Wyvern on the retreat. 2 down. Roll forward. Z-Freak can't find more, though. Looks like that might be all the casualties for now. However, OG might try and add a tower to the list of dead as they move in on the mid lane. They're moving in on Arrow, actually. Inside against it, though. Jesse has walked away to use the shrine. He needs to reconnect with his team first. He should be able to get through this tower quick enough.
He did take the morph duration, so clearly still wants to play around his ultimate. It is a really good talent. I just wasn't sure if 40 attack speed was worth it. Going to the lifestealer, but he can just rage out of any stun that they do have.
Yeah, they just want to zone him away from tier 2 towers. The haste was running out on Gyro. However, top. Blink away. They know now, though. They're picking him out. Arrow. It's going to be close. He might just make it out. Stun. No, Shibe. He had it winded up. Sea Freak gave the vision, but they didn't have enough time. Whew. That's one of those moments where you make a very uncomfortable close noise that sounds kind of like a raccoon dying, right? You're like, yep, I should be dead right now. I should not have escaped that. And immediately he gets back to base. They smoke, go on the prowl, and no tail. He pulled back in the last fight. It'd be a long time having a nap if he goes down like this. He's retreating towards his team, but the avalanche is there. The toss is enough to secure the kill. We're on the final through. They've got the infest bomb ready. Moving in. Turns out Lifestealer just wanted to farm. Cheshire Cat is still looking for a kill. He better staying out of vision, though. They see the gyro. This is finding into an outpost. However, they do have numbers advantage. So Chessie will back up. Morphling has continued the farm. Now he has the E-Blade going into that Scardy next. Just wants to be able to fight. Fight top, though. Fishman. I think he was going for the outpost. That was an ambitious move for a Vengeful Spirit. Mid. Toss back. Z-Freak. Like, where are you going? Zach's like, I'm leaving. Please. He's baiting them. He can just escape whenever he wants. Waveform in. Madara has become tiny. Will move forward as he's quicker in his morph form. However, the avalanche stops the pursuit. You got to kind of be happy with that, though. You do get the winner's curse out for free.
Yeah, you're content with that for sure. Going for the Scotty on Morphling, not bad. Even though they are all melee cores, it does just give you a lot of stats. And overall, the constant slow is pretty useful here.
Do you think he needs to pick up a BKB after that? Or are you not worried about that state? Because you can always become Lifestealer, right?
Yeah, I think the fact that there's a Lifestealer and the fact that as long as he survives the initial burst, BKB is really not that good for him. I think he just needs to not be scared of that initial burst, and he can play Dota without it. Eventually, you still want one, but I think he can still afford it without it as well.
Do you have a disarm now in Duraccio, though? So just preemptively prepping for the damage that Gyro is starting to get. Chessie is going towards that butterfly next. Should give him a little bit more potency in these fights. But that's just a case of waiting out until the next Roche is up. Which point, like, who gets more value out of this? I think you're approaching a point as OG Seed where if you deny that Aegis away from Khan, you could easily be up on the high ground with this morph, right? Because of his build, because of how much damage he naturally has.
Yeah, 284 base damage. It's quite a lot.
You just played like the long con, right? You bloodlust him, he has Lincolns, he'll waveform away whenever you pop it, and he just keeps slowly burning your tower. Whereas if Khan get it, I'd imagine it's a 5-man right up onto the high ground of OG Seed. As they do have good team fight.
Venge is so value now. They have the... Actually, I guess the attack range really does nothing. I just realized their 3 cores are all melee with the Venge, which is kind of interesting. A lot of times, Venge is considered valuable because of the attack range bonus. She has the telescope, so really only benefits the Wyvern, who's going to be a sniper if she's ever next to the Venge.
She has got a Grove Bow and is going for the Orchid next. I've seen this a lot more with Wyverns at the moment. Kind of a pseudo right-click type build.
Yeah, you have the 60 damage talent at 10 that he took, and since you have this Venge, you're actually going to right-click from so far away. So, let's see. With the Venge around, he has 775, and then his first ability gives him an extra 575. So he's sitting at 1350 range. That's a ways away to be attacked from.
If Sniper and Wyvern had a baby, apparently it would be Do freeze wipe? Looks like Chessie was trying to scout Roche. 40 seconds until it's up. This should be the moment where OG makes a smoke play, and they will. Z3 is incredibly frustrating now in this game, actually. He has the Nevershore, he's got the Craggy coat, and he has the spider legs. Not an easy kill for Khan to open up on. So it feels like they really have to try and find No Tail as the opener. And Khan, they just went to check the pit. There's a movement upriver by OG right now. They'll reconnect with Chessie. And this is about to become very obvious where Khan are as they move towards the outpost. They don't know how many are here, though, because smoke doesn't reveal you. You take the outpost. They're still chasing. Hotel going deep. Smoke's going to break. Shotgun in. Fisherman already dead. Z-Freak does go deep. Will be silenced up instantly. Ron Fun is going to be used. Buyback comes out from Venge. Chessie scouting this out. Wants to actually kill off the Venge the second time. They have to move across and help Z-Freak. He's getting low on HP. Glimmer Cape to protect him now. Chain Frost bounced around. BKB. Chessie's going to chase in. Look for the kill. Cheshire Cat swap out. Won't be enough. The Chain Frost pursues him. Fisherman might go down for the second time. The Winner's Curse buying a little bit of time, but not enough. The buyback comes out, but Pangolier already in the Royal Thunder. And Draccio, he might go down. Waveform through. Life still dead on the side. Yamiche fighting up against Z-Freak. Yeah, you get the kill, but you might die alongside him with the Ignite. Embrace to save his life for the moment. But Tiny, he needs some assistance surrounded on all sides. He will go down. The toss forward will not kill off No Tail. Wyvern makes it out, but Roche is now secure for the side of OG.
Yeah, man, this Morphling. Too much sustain from the Ogre, the Bloodlust, the Vlads, just the raw stats. He's sitting at 45 armor when he's on Agi Treads. There's a lot of effective HP. Every bit of lifesteal he's getting is just so impactful because of how much just damage reduction he has from his armor. Pretty insane. Scotty complete.
Yeah, they see an opportunity here. They could maybe get their hands on a tier 3 tower in this window, but they decide against it. They force the glyph, and this should be straight into the pit.
Yeah, absolutely. You take the Roach, 100%. Give it to your Gyro, probably. I don't think you're even scared of your Morphling dying. Maybe the BKB on Gyro makes you more confident, but I don't mind either. I think both options are good for them. In terms of
he's at the point where, because you got that 20 talent on Gyro, you have enough movement speed that you're probably confident. But statistically, I'd say in these kind of scenarios, it's more likely that Gyro goes down. But if you're worried about making a mistake on the Morphling, better safe than sorry. Just play full Agi.
I think it's because he doesn't have BKB on Morphling, so they're going to allow him to play more aggressively. He's even going for a Butterfly rather than a BKB next.
Yeah, now with the Aegis in their hands, they're looking at the scenario where they want to try and force the end of the game before the Aegis is gone. With only one out tower remaining for the side of Khan, and OG coming for it soon, that is feasible. Douche, douche, douche. Goodbye. Just 330 damage on the Morph. Where's the high ground at?
He's got a Crimson Guard on this Ogre as well, so he's chilling. He's just giving so many buffs up to his teammates. Those early to mid-game kills that he got that accelerated that Midas, even though he had a bad start, really allowed him to have impact as an offlaner, despite the fact that his laning stage was pretty atrocious.
Darge morphs up, expecting them to try and jump him. The Orchid has been used as well. Open wins out onto him to get the D-ward out. He'll just go back in. Continue the good work of the Morph.
Just go on the Morph.
Yeah, just hit him, lol. There it is. They're trying to hit him. Spirit Vessel out as well. He'll waveform out. Comes the Lifestealer and silence down to Jibe. Has used the Crimson Guard. Now Madara looking to fight as he actually uses the Rage and chases in. Cool down to turn them away. BKB from Chessie, but the wrong fun is chasing on the back line. They want this kill on Jibe, but it's not easy. The Spirit Vessel is renewed, but they're chasing on the other side. Winner's Curse comes out. Jibe will finally go down, but Venge is dead as well. Now you use the Winner's Curse, so it's much harder for Khan to fight. Cheshire Cat in trouble. Won't get the chance to swashbuckle away as he's stunned up. Tries to hop up to the high ground, but the damage is done and he is dead. Aegis has been claimed in the meantime. Madara, Lincoln's pop straight away, becomes the lifesteal again. Does have that rage to work with. Buyback out from Jibe in the meantime to chase forward. Looking for the kill, Yamiche. One more hit would do it, but the Cold Embrace will heal him up enough. Duraccio moving away while he still has the rage, but now OG can look to take a second set of racks.
Still have cheese on the gyrocopter. No creeps for just a bit here.
Jibe's bringing him.
Tank is coming back.
He almost arrived. Wait for win. Yamiche is gone. Buyback straight away. Rage. Arrow being hit into. Madara just poking him, going, hey, how you doing? What's happening? Bash out. Lincoln's pop. Madara will wait for him away again, though. Chase in, Arrow, Avalanche on the 2. Chessie doesn't have the BKB for 15. Swap to get him deeper. Stun from Sive, trying to protect and cool down as well. They'll get the kill defense, and now they're trying to follow through more. Diruma is already dead. Buyback comes out. Arrow's BKB is running out as he backs away, and they might just have to let a second lane go. This might even be game at this rate. They're just hemorrhaging so many kills and so many buildings. Avalanche toss in. This is do or die for Arrow. They try for it. Seafreak, Spider legs away. He's such a nuisance. Chessie has to turn around and fight the disarm out to make sure he can't. Duracho snipes the back line, finds the double kill, but in return, Yamiche will go down, and it looks like he's going to lose his tiniest Arrow. Nice bash out. Madara can't finish the kill just yet. Spirit Vessel is renewed, though. Seafreak staying far enough away that Arrow cannot kill him off with the Avalanche toss combo. Toss across, tries for it now. Jibe just needs to get stun out, but he can't. The open wounds will slow him down. Arrow living life on the edge, and Jibe, this will be the dieback. He can't afford to go down like this. But he will. Bash through. Madara back in. Forcing a fight with Duracho. Lincoln's already been popped. Tiny just lurking around with no mana. Can't really do anything. Madara needs to get out. Waveform coming off cooldown. Will be stunned up. Seafreak, he wants to help, but he's so low on life. Madara, he can't TP away. The magic missile's off cooldown again. He did actually have a moment where he could have because swap wasn't available. And they didn't even lose the middle racks.
They didn't even lose the middle racks. I actually thought they were potentially, like you said, just going to end the game. I thought it was over. They had fought back like 2 or 3 heroes on the side of Khan, but they managed to hold down by 10k, but they bring down the Morphling Raid boss. He's going for a butterfly. He may turn that back into a BKB. I wouldn't even mind a Satanic here. I think he kind of just needs to stand his ground. I personally think Satanic would be better than Butterfly. I think his damage output is fine. He keeps having to morph strength in order to stand his ground, so by buying a Satanic, you probably afford to not morph strength, which allows you to do more damage, but
I think you
we'll
need someone to build Lotus. Well, actually, I've got Lotus on Seafreak. Yeah, so I think that's the way, because the only concern is Spirit Vessel right against the Satanic. But if Seafreak is there guarding you like he was trying to do that time, and he has the Lotus, Morphling in theory should be unkillable. You know, barring diving into the fountain. At that point, he maybe dies. Cooldown out. Fishman, sacrificial lamb again. Nap time for him. 50 seconds to the sideline. The stun did connect on Cheshire. Nice grab by No Tail. We'll get the second kill into Pangolier. They did activate the BKB because they were a little bit scared. Also, buyback-wise, neither of those heroes have it. However, there is a snipe straight away. No Tail goes down. Can't bite back. A bit of hesitation.
flags on Gyro. He bought out for it.
A little bit risky as well. And they'll know that he doesn't have buyback as soon as they see the new item in his inventory. It is a big purchase after all. A little bit of madness.
Madara has committed for this butterfly first. He has the Satanic queued up afterwards, but he has fully committed to the butterfly with that quarterstaff. I just can't imagine you're buying just the quarterstaff and not the rest of your butterfly.
In fairness, Khan aren't prepped for an MKB build yet. I mean, Lifesteal's trying, but he only just completed his Abyssal. So, there's a big window with this butterfly. Roche might be up just over 2 minutes. You have to kind of compare that. You should have the butterfly by that point, probably buyback as well, and it's a big power spike for Morphling in those fights without a counter to it. Meanwhile, Yamiche is continuing on his way towards the Bloodthorn. Just wants that snipe up, or snipe out rather, opportunity as this right-click Wyvern. Arrow, what's he going next? He's going towards the AC, but Ogre's also building an AC and he's a lot closer. Especially with Midas coming off cooldown, he wants to use it.
They're smoked up here. No Tail's really good positioning to break a smoke and not just die instantly.
Oh, well, we'll have to wait a moment to find out. A little bit of disconnect coming out. It's a bit more laggy for C3 because he is playing from home, I believe, in America right now. And this is being played on EU service.
Yeah, I think in the East Coast you only get about 100 ping, so it's not too bad.
Yeah, I think we're playing Stockholm, so it could be worse. Still on a hero like Earth Spirit, you feel it a little bit, as this is the type of hero that has to...
for sure.
Point. So what is the break? Like, what's your optimal target? If you jump in, have you got the lockdown to kill Chessie before he hits the BKB?
I mean, before the rest of his team saves him, I don't think so. You have a Lotus Orb, you have a Glimmer Cape, you have a Force Staff, you have the Frost Armor. A lot of ways to buy time for him. Crimson Guard.
Morphling
Going AC on the Ogre.
They just drew the line, by the way. Madara is going to be coming across. I think he should just be TPing to the shrine straight away. Like, you have to realize that everyone's missing from the map at this stage. No one's pushing bot or mid. And you've been scouting top. And I believe he bought out... Is that the butterfly complete now coming?
Yep, full butterfly.
So he's fully invested. This next fight could either convincingly win them the game or screw them over. Can't do take buildings pretty fast with the Deso, with the Tiny. Here we go. Any buybacks available? Fish a cat from Thunder. Breakthrough on the Ogre first. On the entry kills they want, they go for Earth Spirit instead. They're going to get him down to half HP, but now Gyrocopter arriving. Fishman already down. The Flat Cannon doing a lot of work. No tail, force stuff away, buying a little bit more time. The toss is on the side. Z-Free, he's still alive. Roll out just in time. Will stay alive. The cooldown turnaround as well. Pangolin is going to be brought down. An arrow. He's got the blink. No, the Rocket Brush. It caught him twice. They're going to actually keep Vision, and with the Ags running, he can't get out. The GG comes out. Khan, no, they can no longer win. OGC take the series 2-1.
They had 3 buybacks. I'm kind of surprised they just gave up, but obviously the game was looking pretty grim. Yeah, I think OG Seed was just the better team in this series. I think the first game, they kind of just didn't show up. So, I guess first game of the day problems. They looked clearly better in the next 2 games. And under the leadership of 2-time TI winner No Tail himself, man.
Yep. A little bit of flex for them. They make it through to the group stage, and after the performance of day 1 being so mixed, you know, there were some questions on whether they could actually do it. But they will go through. I'm going to be interested to see if Hexu will be back in their lineup at the start of January, or if it is just going to be more No-Tail. As he is, of course.
I'm assuming that No Tail is not going to be playing with them all that long, right? Because eventually the real OG has to come back.
Exactly. They need to start practicing. In the meantime, he is at least the coach for this team. I think they said did they say they were going to try and compete for the next DPC event?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah. So, OG Seed want to win some money here, you know, because the OG paycheck might dry up soon. But some shows of promise.
Exactly.
As we said, game 1 was rough. But you said, like, it seemed like they just got caught out by the Tiny Core, right?
Yeah, they were clearly prepared for it this time around. Even just like the Lich Gyro opening was enough to say, like, hey, we have enough damage in the mid game to kill you. And that was the main emphasis. Like when they were dealing with the Tiny earlier, when that guy was manning up on them with no BKB, all they had was physical. So he just had 40 armor or whatever and didn't care.
Unless a long day does come to an end. GG's, well played to OGC. They continue through. Commiserations to Khan. And that's us done. I don't think you'll join for any more, BSJ. I think we're going to get Kyle in the next day of games.
Yeah, they're going back to the budget schedule.
Oh, yeah. Okay. They can only afford you for 1 day, huh? Damn.
Exactly.
Premium rates right there. But the action will reconvene on the 3rd of January. So we won't see you until you're done with your hangovers, which is a good thing because, you know, some of the plays are complicated in Dota, and we want you to be fully non-alcoholically inebriated and able to understand. Like that sentence.
Exactly.
But that's it for now, guys. Be sure to come back to this channel on the 3rd of January, 15:30 CT kickoff time for the start of the playoffs. But until then, Happy New Year's. Drink responsibly, bet responsibly, and for the love of God, close out 2019 in style.
Happy New Year, everybody.